Imagine you're a robot. You don't have human eyes. You don't have ears. You don't have skin to feel things. So how do you know what's happening around you? You use sensors.
Welcome to my channel, Science with a Touch of Hugot. Let's explore, discover short stories, and discover ourselves.
Sensors are devices that detect or measure something in the environment and send information to the robot's controller. Think of sensors as the robot's ways of sensing the world. Robot, at least ako may sensors. Ikaw, may sense ka ba? Ouch. Let's find out what these sensors can do. Distance and object detection. Ultrasonic sensor. It uses sound waves to detect objects and measure distance. The sensor sends out ultrasonic waves. When the waves hit an object, they bounce back. The robot measures how long the waves take to return. This allows the robot to know how far away an object is. Hugot. Parang relationship. Kapag may distance, alam mong may boundary. Infrared sensor. Next is the infrared sensor, or ER sensor. It uses infrared light to detect objects or differences between surfaces. One common application is line following. The robot can detect the line and adjust its movement to stay on the path. Hugot, at least ikaw may sinusundan. Ako, sinusundan ko pa rin siya. Proximity sensor. A proximity sensor detects an object that is nearby without necessarily touching it. This can help a robot detect people, objects, or obstacles before making contact. Hugot, hindi pa naman kayo, pero malapit na. Touch sensor. A touch sensor detects physical contact. When the sensor is pressed or touched, it sends a signal to the robot's controller. The robot can then stop, turn, or perform another programmed action. Hugot. Minsan kailangan mo talagang mauntog para malaman mong maling direksyon pala. Light, motion, and vision. Light sensor. A light sensor detects the amount of light in an environment. A robot can use it to determine whether an area is bright or dark. For example, it can automatically turn on a lamp when the surroundings become dark. Hugot. Hindi lahat kailangan hanapin sa dilim. Minsan, kailangan mo lang ng tamang sensor. Accelerometer. An accelerometer detects changes in acceleration and movement. It can help a robot determine whether it is speeding up, slowing down, or changing its movement. Hugot, ang bilis ng buhay. Buti na lang may accelerometer. Gyroscope. A gyroscope detects rotation and orientation. It helps a robot know how it is turning or tilting. This is especially useful for robots that need to balance or maintain a particular orientation. Hugot, at least ang robot alam kung nakatagilid na siya. Camera sensor. Robot camera scans a room. A camera can also function as a sensor. It captures images of the robot's surroundings. With computer vision, the robot can analyze those images and recognize objects, colors, lines, people, and obstacles. Hugot. Camera sees everything. Pero hindi ibig sabihin, alam niya kung sino ang para sa'yo. Temperature and weather. Temperature sensor. Robot checks a hot object. Temperature display rises. Then it checks ice. The reading drops. A temperature sensor measures how hot or cold something is. Robots can use temperature information to monitor their environment or control equipment. Hugot. Kung alam ng sensor kung kailan umiinit ang situation, bakit ikaw hindi? Waterproof temperature sensor. A waterproof probe is placed inside an aquarium or water tank. A digital temperature reading appears. A waterproof temperature sensor can measure temperature in wet environments or even while the sensing probe is submerged in water. It can be used for aquariums, water tanks, pools, and other water monitoring systems. Hugot. Kahit nasa tubig, kailangan pa ring alam kung gaano kainit ang situation. Humidity sensor. Robot moves through an environment. A humidity gauge changes from low to high. A humidity sensor measures the amount of water vapor in the air. It is useful in weather stations, greenhouses, smart homes, and environmental monitoring. Hugot. Hindi lang feelings ang pwedeng maging moist, pati hangin. Raindrop sensor. Raindrops fall onto a sensor. The robot detects the rain and moves under a roof. A raindrop sensor detects the presence of water or raindrops on its sensing surface. It can be used in weather monitoring systems, automatic irrigation, and devices that need to respond when it rains. Hugot. Kapag may patak na, alam na niyang oras na para umuwi. Environment and water. Soil moisture sensor. A gardening robot inserts a probe into dry soil. The sensor reading shows low moisture. The robot waters the plant. The reading rises. A soil moisture sensor measures the amount of moisture in soil. This allows a robot or automated system to determine whether plants may need water. Hugot. Hindi lahat ng tahimik ay okay. Minsan, kailangan mong i-check kung tuyong-tuyo na. Water level sensor. When a water tank gradually fills, a sensor detects the rising water. At maximum level, the pump automatically stops. A water level sensor detects how high or low the water level is. It can be used in tanks, reservoirs, automatic pumps, and water management systems. Hugot. May limit din ang lahat. Kapag puno na, stop na. Air quality sensor. Robot travels through the air. An air quality sensor detects certain gases or pollutants in the air. It can help monitor the condition of the surrounding air. These sensors are useful in environmental monitoring and smart systems. Hugot. Hindi lahat ng red flag nakikita. Minsan, sensor ang nakakaramdam. When sensors work together, a single autonomous robot moves through a garden. Ultrasonic sensor detects a wall. Camera recognizes a plant. Soil moisture sensor checks the soil. Light sensor measures sunlight. Temperature sensor measures heat. Humidity sensor measures moisture in the air. Proximity sensor detects a person. Accelerometer and gyroscope monitor movement. Water level sensor monitors a nearby tank. All sensor signals travel toward the robot's controller. Here's the important part. A robot doesn't always use just one sensor. Different sensors can work together. Sensors, controller, decision, action. One sensor provides information about distance. Another detects light. Another measures temperature. Another checks soil moisture. Another detects rain. The controller processes all of this information and tells the robot what to do. Hugot. Hindi lahat kayang gawin ng isang sensor lang. Minsan, teamwork talaga. The big sensor review. Ultrasonic, distance. Infrared, surface or line detection. Proximity, nearby objects. Touch, physical contact. Light, brightness. Accelerometer, acceleration and movement. Gyroscope, rotation and orientation. Camera, images and visual information. Temperature, temperature. Waterproof temperature, temperature in wet environments. Humidity, moisture in the air. Raindrop, rain or water droplets. Soil moisture, moisture in soil. Water level, amount or level of water. Air quality, certain gases and pollutants. Final challenge. Which sensor could help? Situation 1. A robot needs to avoid a wall. Ultrasonic sensor. Situation 2. A robot needs to know if a plant needs water. Soil moisture sensor. Situation 3. A robot needs to detect rain. Raindrop sensor. Situation 4. A robot needs to keep its balance. Accelerometer plus gyroscope. Situation 5. A robot needs to monitor air pollution. Air quality sensor. Different problems require different sensors. Conclusion. Robots may not have human eyes, ears, or skin, but sensors allow them to detect, measure, and understand what is happening around them. From avoiding obstacles, to following lines, to measuring temperature, to checking soil, to detecting rain, to monitoring air quality. Sensors give robots the information they need to act. So remember, sensors are the robot's way of sensing the world, and the smarter the robot's sensing system, the better it can respond to its environment. Final hugot. Kaya kung hindi mo alam kung ano ang nangyayari sa paligid mo, baka hindi ka robot. Baka kailangan mo lang ng sensor. Robot! At least ako may sense.
Thank you for learning with me today. Remember, biggest classroom. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons. Keep finding the Hugot in every day. See you in the next lesson.